All right. I want you to tell me everything. Like first, I'm gonna ask you the questions. You can answer them and elaborate if you want to. Of the protest last night in Atlanta, the what was the name of the protest again?
The peaceful protest?
Stop shooting us or stop killing us. March. Okay. So what time did you get back?
Like 10?
All right. And so now, uh, what happened? What was your take on it?
I mean, it was moving and powerful because we were all just marching and we had stopped at several points and people were giving speeches, and literally everybody who was giving a speech was a leader and very powerful and had control over everything.
Okay. And now, was it peaceful?
Yes, until the police started hurting us.
And what was your first account of things not being peaceful?
When we were literally standing there and then a bunch of people run screaming, oh, they just threw tear gas, get out of the way.
And did you see the police commissioner?
Yes, and she came with a bunch of police officers acting like we were going to hurt her, and we were all being peaceful, so everybody started crowding around her. And that's when everything was getting hectic. And then they brought the National Guard with like 5 or 6 tanks. And then that's when everybody started throwing stuff at them. And that's when it started to get unpeaceful because they had already tear gassed us like 4 times while we were just standing there being peaceful.
And that's why you look like you just came through a war.
Yeah.
You said something earlier very powerful and very moving. You said we literally run the country. I want you to elaborate on that.
Because they they're scared right now. They're calling back up. The police are literally government. They work for the government. We control what's going to happen. We control what's going to happen. We can literally take over the country right now if we wanted to.
And for those people who are afraid right now to stand up for justice, those people who might live like we do in an all-white community, the people who are like us who are isolated and you don't see that many people of color, and they might feel alone and might feel like they don't have a voice. Do you think that they should understand how powerful they are?
Yes, because we are literally built scientifically, genetically. We are built better than them. We can fight. We can run. We can take over this country. The Second Amendment right says we can have guns. They're killing us because they think that they think it's okay. We're saying we're unarmed. Even if we do have guns, it's okay. They shouldn't be killing us. We're allowed to have guns. We need to go get guns and run this country, to be completely honest.
And how powerful did you feel marching yesterday in Atlanta?
I realized how powerful I was this whole time. That and I realized that's why we're being hated on, is because we're so powerful. Like, we literally run this country.
Do you think that the average black person understands how powerful they are?
No, because we were taught that we're less powerful, that we were nothing by white people. But we're literally way more powerful, extremely powerful.
And for those black people, because yesterday on my timeline, I got kicked off of Facebook yesterday. I forgot to tell you that. Yesterday on my timeline, I saw a lot of people that I went to school with in Wyandanch. It kind of hurt me to see them cooning, is what I call it. I'll tell you what that means in a bit. I don't know if
I
you
know what it means.
Oh, you know what a coon is? Okay. Well, I saw them cooning yesterday. And I think they're doing it because they want to save face for the white people that are on their friends list or the people that they work with and stuff, and they would want to just look like they're not part of us. When you went yesterday, you went with white people, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Were there white people in the crowd?
There was a lot of white people in the crowd there, and I don't even want to consider them white because they all say they don't like white people, because that's
So to those coons out there, would you please explain to them that when you stand up for justice, the good white people will stand with you?
yeah. We have every right. Those white people understand that we have every right to be outraged right now. They're literally murdering us,
And the
taking us
white people
out.
are actually speaking up. But I don't think
Yeah,
the media,
exactly.
I don't think the media is talking about the white people who are outraged. I don't think the media wants the people like us that is in a red state, that's surrounded by racism in the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, next door you got the Ku Klux Klan, in the back you got the Ku Klux Klan, and we're living here, and we're still proclaiming justice and freedom loudly. We're not hiding. We're a family not hiding and we're outnumbered here. But you have people who are not isolated like we are, and they're afraid to speak up. What would you say to those people?
That's sad that you don't want to speak up.
That they have the support that we don't have and still won't speak up.
Exactly. And I have to travel an hour. I think there's going to be a protest moving closer, but I don't know if I'm going to go to that one.
Well, we're going to the
But
one. We're going to the one tomorrow, so
okay,
we don't
that's
have to
the
go
one.
far for that one.
I think that's what I was talking
Because I
about.
like to go to those. Those are quick and easy for me to do, and then I can still get home and do my
But
laundry. But
us being like isolated, I didn't realize, like, I literally had tears in my eyes several times yesterday walking through Atlanta and seeing all different kinds of black people, different hair textures, different looks, different everything, different body types, different everything. Like, I've never like I've never seen that before. I've never been around that many black people. They coming out of their huge apartments, driving nice, extremely nice cars, like, cuz they don't show you that. They don't. They say that we're ghetto. They say no, we're not. We
and
literally
and
are
that's
successful.
and that's me and Daddy's fault, because I grew up in a town that was predominantly white, black, Wyandanch. And because of the school district, we never bought a house there. You guys don't remember going to church in Wyandanch. You were too young. Rachel and Terrell, they remember. But I think part of the blame is on me and Daddy, because we never raised you in an environment where you got to see everyday black people. The black people that you see are wealthy. You see the Usher Raymonds. You see the NBA players. You see the baseball players. You see the ones who own businesses and companies, because those are your neighbors. Those are the only black people that you see. And so you don't get to see that the everyday black person is actually not what they're portraying on TV. And that's
Hmm.
part of me and Daddy's fault. And when we, and moving forward, when we move back to New York, or if your father make us go to Florida, or whatever, whatever he dictates, my mind is going back to New York. But wherever we go, it's my number one priority is to get you infiltrated into the black community, because I understand how powerful you guys are, how we raised you guys to stand up for what's right and not be afraid and not be ashamed of being black.
Hmm.
And I think that that's needed in the black community, to see black people who are not comfortable with being black, but grateful for being black.
Hmm.
And so, another question I wanted to ask you, I'll ask you later about who all the celebrities you saw, because we watched it and we saw everybody, we watched everything and stuff. And
I saw somebody from the Real Housewives, but I didn't know
it
that
was
it was
Portia and
exactly.
Shamia. Portia
It
and
was
Shamia were
Portia.
there. Yeah, they were there, because she texted me and told me she was coming. So anyway, I had actually Jocelyn was there too. Jocelyn Hernandez, she was there. But I'm trying to think of who all texted me and said they was going. But anyway, do you think that the average black person that's sitting home right now contemplating whether or not they should protest, do you have any words for that particular person that may be on the fence about it?
Yes. If you should be protesting right now unless you absolutely cannot. Because the amount of friends that I had texting me saying that they could have won, that they should have won, and their parents wouldn't let them go because their parents are Republican and conservative, or
And racist.
exactly, and the amount of friends who went, that was amazing. Like, we need to show them that we can take over, and it's not just, and it isn't just us black people. All minorities, like, we need to fight behind this, because we literally run this country. Every single minority runs this country.
And let me ask you this. Do you have anything to say to the white person who wants to stand up, but they're afraid because of their family.
We need people like you. Try to change your family's views. My friends did it. They changed their family's views, and their families is out there marching with us. Change their views. Make them understand what we're going through.
Do you think a person who was racist yesterday cannot be racist today?
Mm-hmm.
Through education?
Yes.
Understanding?
The reason that people are racist is because they're uneducated. That's it. That's what I believe. That's why they're mad. That's why they hate us, is because they're uneducated. They're dumb. Simple.
And to those people who might be not open to protest, not open to standing up for us, what would you say to those people?
Silence. If you're being silent, you're helping the oppressors. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad y'all had a great march, and I'm proud of you. And now I hope you understand why I'm passionate about it. Mm-hmm. Why sometimes I put things off in the house to go and march and do things and stuff and protest and pave the pavement. Why I do those things, and I do those things for you guys. And I know that, Daddy, he'll get mad. Like when we went down to the square for the statue and everything, your father didn't want me to go, and he was a little upset about it. But I can't live with myself if I don't stand up. Do you feel like that now today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I just wanted to thank you for your little time. I told you I was only going to take you for 5 minutes, but I'll take you now. And I'm going to send this to Miss Ellen, because I don't have Facebook, so I have to send it to them like this.
Okay.
All right.